Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing really well. So today's video is going to be really exciting. We're going way back to the basics with a video all about how to cleanse your crystals. I've seen quite a few questions in the comments about this topic, so I thought it was about time to just go in and make a whole video about it. So please relax, sit back and enjoy the video. So first we're going to start off with why we cleanse crystals. So crystals are amazing tools to use to help us in our day-to-day lives, but it's really important that when we work with crystals we make sure that they are cleansed and refreshed, so that when we come back to working with them they are basically good to go. So why is this so important? Why do we always say you need to cleanse your crystals? Well, this is because crystals work by emitting a frequency or a vibration, and it is this frequency that can be skewed when it comes into contact with negative or unwanted energies that are surrounding it. So when crystals are used frequently or just left about to pick up energies, they can become really overloaded, so they need to be cleansed of this unwanted energy, just like you'd need a holiday or a bit of a break after a long week at work. So it means that you can align your vibration to your crystal's unique vibration. Much like we would do with tarot cards, we can align your energies together with crystals to work specifically for you and your need, which is why we use certain crystals for certain things. So cleansing crystals means that you are also removing any energies from your crystals that aren't yours. So how often should I cleanse my crystals? It's a little bit difficult to just give a straight answer to this because it really depends on your circumstances. So if your crystal is placed in a high traffic area such as a living room, then it will need more cleansing more often because it will pick up on lots of different types of energy as people walk past it, people move in and out of the house. So yeah, if it's a high traffic area, it will need it more. If you're only using your crystals for yourself, like keeping them in your pocket as a piece of jewellery, then you probably don't need to cleanse them as often. The best way to approach it is to just listen to your intuition. If you feel that your crystal isn't working to its full potential, then it's time for a cleanse. One good rule of thumb is to always cleanse your crystals if they are new to you. So if they've been given to you by a friend, bought from a shop or online, you don't know where the crystal was being stored and what energies it may have picked up. So it's always best to cleanse them and to align them with your energies and intentions so that you can kind of have a fresh start together. Now we're going to take a look at cleansing methods. So there are lots of different types of cleansing methods, but first we're going to start off with the moon. So moonlight is my personal favourite way to cleanse your crystals, but make sure you go with whatever option feels right to you and your crystal. And there are also a few caveats with this depending on which crystal you use. To cleanse via moonlight, it's really easy, and the best thing to do is to use a full moon to get the most of the moon's energy. You simply place your crystals outside or perhaps on a windowsill if you live in a flat or apartment where it is bathed in moonlight for a few hours. So make sure that if you do leave them outside, they don't get covered in dew because certain crystals are really sensitive to water, such as selenite, which we spoke about in my previous video, which is linked above. So the next morning, after leaving your crystals in the moonlight, they will be cleansed and ready to go again. So this is a really good method for pretty much all crystals, as the soft light from the moon won't bleach the crystal or disintegrate its fibres. So this is a really great method to use. The next method is the sun. So this is an equivalent to the moonlight. So the sun is masculine energy and the moon is feminine. And with the sun, the same principle applies. You just pop your crystals outside in a sunny spot and leave them for a few hours. Naturally, the sunlight is more ferocious than the moon because of the heat, so make sure that you don't put the crystals on in the sunlight for more than a few hours or possibly minutes in some cases because it can damage or bleach them. So I will pop the crystals on screen that are ones that are best left out of the sunlight. So if you have any of these, probably don't leave them out in the sunlight at all. I'd be inclined to use moonlight instead. Do note that clear quartz can actually amplify the sun's rays and heat, and could even potentially cause a fire if it is placed on wood or paper, for example, much like if you were to leave a crystal ball in direct sunlight. So please just be wary of that. So water is another method that is readily available, and lots of people can use it to cleanse your crystals. All you do is you simply run your crystals through the water at the sea or rivers or streams or even your tap. Just make sure that if you use seawater, your crystals aren't affected by the salt residue that this can leave on your stone. If you don't live near a natural body of water, then as I said, you can easily do this at home, it's not a problem. Ideally, it's best to use filtered or purified or moon water and submerge your crystals in the bowl for a couple of hours to make sure that they're fully cleansed. Make sure that after you have retrieved your crystals from their water, please do dry them properly. Just use a soft cloth and make sure that they're thoroughly dry afterwards. So the stones on the screen are not suitable for cleansing in water, so make sure that you please do not dump these in water because they will disintegrate and it will affect them. So pause if you need to and take note of the crystals on screen. So the next cleansing method is smudging. So you can burn sage or other herbs, smudge sticks, and run crystals through the smoke produced to help remove any unwanted energies from the crystal. Sage is the preferred herb to use because of its cleansing qualities, and it basically removes all energies, like anything, not just bad energies. So just be wary of that if you are using sage. It can also be used to remove unwanted energies from your house as well, if you want to do a house cleanse, or your tarot cards, oracle cards, if you use those as well. If you don't have any bundled sage or herbs available, then an incense stick can be a great replacement as well. Just make sure that when you do cleanse with kind of smoky options, that you leave a window open or that you're in a well ventilated area, just so that there is somewhere for A, the smoke to go, and B, that negative energy isn't just kind of lying around your house, like it has somewhere to go, it leaves your presence. And the same applies to Palo Santo, which is actually wood found native in Peru and Venezuela, where it has been used for thousands of years in rituals and ceremonies. Both white sage and Palo Santo are endangered due to overuse, so personally I wouldn't use them. There's a lot of kind of debate about whether it's ethical to use them as well. So if I were you, I would just use good old garden sage that you can grow in your garden. It's such an easy plant to work with. Salt beds are another really useful way to cleanse your crystals. You literally fill a bowl about 3/4 full with salt. Himalayan salt is my preference. And then you just rest your crystals on the salt bed, and within a day they will be fully cleansed. So salt is used in lots and lots of cleansing rituals as well. It's a good idea to store your crystal in this salt bed when they're not being used, for example, to make sure that as and when you come round to using them, they are literally there and ready to go, and you then don't have to kind of spend time on actively cleansing them, they're just sat there ready. Another way to cleanse your crystals is to bury them in the earth for a short period of time. So just be aware that the salt and the moisture from the earth can actually degrade some crystals such as selenite, so make sure that you're careful with this one. Selenite. So selenite, as we can see here, is a powerful cleansing crystal. It's great for removing negative energies from your space, being, or other crystals that are brought close to it. The bright white light it emanates helps us to basically envision the negative energies just melting away. So selenite can be found in really useful formats, which is charging plates, which is literally just a plate, a flat kind of disc. So you basically pop your crystals onto the charging plate and then this will cleanse them. If you want to learn more about selenite, please just click on the card up here or in the description below and I'll link it. Sound. Sound is a really unique way of cleansing, but it's a method that is safe for all crystals. So one of the easiest ways is to use a sound bowl or a tuning fork. Essentially, you need something that produces a resonating vibration that holds its tone for a bit longer than a couple of seconds. You simply kind of strike the bowl or the tuning fork and allow the sound to pass over the crystals for about 10 minutes or so, just to raise their vibration and kind of, I almost see it as like knocking away any like negative energy from them. So this is a great method to use if you need to cleanse a lot of crystals at once. So if you've got quite a big collection, I definitely use sound. It's a really great way to cleanse them. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and If you have any questions or anything like that, please just pop them in the comments below. I will always do my best to answer you as soon as I can. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Have a lovely rest of your day and blessed be.